Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. If you guys remember, I don't know how long ago, I guess over a year ago, I made a video called Why I Stopped Wirelessly Charging My iPhone 10. And that video gets so much heat every single day. I mean, as you guys can see, there's almost twice as many dislikes as likes, but there's still 180,000 views. But I want to revisit this topic for you guys because, well, I've been wirelessly charging my iPhone 10. So after this video went live, I actually did stop wirelessly charging it. However, eventually I decided that it makes more sense to wirelessly charge my phone at work rather than at night. Now, a lot of you guys didn't like this video because a lot of my reasons were very personal to me. Like, they're not stuff that everyone's gonna have an issue with. However, there were a few people in the comments that actually did have similar issues as I did. So let me quickly talk about what I've found with using my phone, first without wireless charging and then with wireless charging. So I'm gonna run through that. But before we do that, we have to understand why I made this video originally. The reason I made it is because lithium-ion batteries do not do well with heat. And I found that when I was using my, I believe it was the Belkin charger, my phone was getting way warmer than it normally would on a wired charger. Not only this, but it would fall off the stand at night, while I'm sleeping, because I'd get a lot of notifications from people, texts, Snapchats, whatever, YouTube comments, and my phone would fall off of it like almost every day. So I'd wake up in the morning with a phone with like 30% charge. I've got to go to work. I've got stuff to do. I can't have my phone at 30%. So it was just becoming a real aggravation for me to be wirelessly charging my iPhone 10 and then having it sometimes not even be charged in the morning. Sometimes it would just nudge itself off just a little bit and it would stop charging. So I didn't like that. I also did not like the fact that batteries don't do well with heat. So if you guys don't know, if you take an iPhone battery or any lithium-ion battery from any phone pretty much, and you get it extremely hot, like if you are sunbathing and you set your phone next to you, your phone battery is going to get irreparable damage. Like, you can't repair it. The only way to repair it is to get a new battery. Now, the damage it does is it basically will screw up the lithium-ion mixture inside and your battery life will suffer. Like, it'll drop, it might drop 10% in 5 minutes. It might charge up, really quickly. It'll just be erratic and not reliable. Now, if you get your phone cold, like say when it's snowing, you go out to shovel your driveway, like I've done many times, and the phone's just in your pocket. Sometimes you pull it out, need to do something. It's freezing cold out there. Sometimes even like, negative 10 degrees, and notice your battery percentage drop a lot, like drop really quickly. That's normal. However, getting your phone battery cold does not cause irreparable damage. It's temporary. As soon as your phone is back indoors, in a normal ambient temperature room, it will go back to normal. But while you're out there in the cold, it's gonna be erratic. So those are the two differences. So that's why I hate having my phone get extremely hot, because that causes major damage to the battery. So with that said, I chose not to wirelessly charge because I wanted to baby my iPhone 10. I wanted it to last as long as possible. Now I'm looking to upgrade to the iPhone 11 anyway, and I don't really care as much about my battery, right? Because, I've used the phone for 2 years almost. My battery is at 87% battery health, and it dropped quite a bit before I even started wirelessly charging. So I don't think wirelessly charging actually impacted it that much. I don't think it helped it, and I don't think it hurt it. So what I do at work is I now have a stand wireless charger. I set it on that so it's facing me while I'm working. So if someone texts me or some alert comes in that I need to know about, I can see it while I'm working and respond accordingly. And it's also charging up. It's always topping up and staying around, 95 to 100%. Is that bad for the battery? Technically, yes. You're not supposed to keep topping up your battery as much. You're supposed to, the ideal spot is between 40 and 50%. If you can keep it there forever, that's great. That's not feasible for most people. So I just went with the easy route. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it on the charger and whatever happens, happens. And you know what I found? It didn't hurt my battery that much that I can see. Now, when I get the iPhone 11, am I gonna do the same thing? Am I just gonna leave it on the charger? I don't know yet, honestly, because I don't like doing that on a brand new phone. I don't like keeping the phone constantly topped up on a wireless charger. Wireless chargers do generate heat, and this is a fact. When I was using my Belkin wireless charger, when I made this video, I would wake up in the morning. If everything went smoothly, the phone stayed on the pad all night, it charged up, I would pull it off the charger and it would not be cool to the touch. Like, it would still be a little warm. And this is totally normal because that's just how wireless induction charging works. That extra heat worried me. Like, I like to wake up in the morning and pick up a cold phone. Like, that's just how it is. That's how it's always been. But with a wireless charger, I was not getting that. And that extra heat was causing me some worry. Now, there are two different things I need to talk about from here. First off, I'm going to branch off into two different routes here. But let's take route number 1 first. One way to curb this is to get a smart switch. I actually bought one of the iDevice switches or whatever they're called. It's a smart plug, and I have it set to a timer basically. So between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. it doesn't do anything, and then from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. it is on, so it can charge the phone. You can do stuff like that if you don't want your phone to be super hot. You can manipulate the times. Now, the other branch, by the way, I do that actually right now, but I don't wirelessly charge overnight. It's just too risky of the phone falling off. I just plug it in. But the other branch here that you could go is, well, in iOS 13, Apple has a new feature called optimized battery charging. And what this does is if you set your phone next to your bed, on a wireless charger at 10 o'clock p.m., it will go from, say, 15% all the way up to 80%. But it will stop at 80% and not charge up to 100% until it thinks you're going to need the phone. So it kind of like tracks what you do and when you take it off the charger, and it learns. So after about maybe a week, it will know, oh, okay, so he gets up at 7 a.m., so let's go from 80% to 100% starting at 6 a.m. So it's a full charge when he gets it, but it's not been sitting there topping up all night. Now that's a very smart move by Apple. I've actually been using it, and I never woke up in the morning with, only 80%. It always was 100%. However, some people were complaining of overheating with this feature. Now, it is iOS 13 beta, so keep that in mind. So I turned it off, and honestly, I think I like it off better. I just want my phone to charge when I plug it in. So that's just me, but that's another route you could take. So overall, do I think people should stop wireless charging? Honestly, no. Batteries are cheap to replace. An iPhone battery is only like $60 maybe. It's not a big deal. I say use your phone how you want it. This video, I was very, very anal about my phone, I guess, because I wanted to take care of it. And clearly people don't like that. But anyways, use your phone how you want. If you want to wirelessly charge it, go for it. Use a reputable charger though. Don't just use some crap $2 AliExpress wireless charger, because those could actually overheat your phone, especially if something else gets on the contact pad, like something metal, and it doesn't have the overheat protection. But that's a whole different story. Get a reputable one, but just use it how you want. It shouldn't hurt anything too bad. So yeah, that's the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.